The 2nd Division has a distinguished history spanning 173 years since its formation during Wellington's Peninsular Campaign. In modern times, it fought in France in 1940 and turned the tide against the Japanese in the Burma Campaign at the Battle of Kohima in 1944. Since the war, it served in the British Army of the Rhine until a reorganization of the army brought it back to the United Kingdom. The division now comprises both regular and territorial army brigades and numbers some 19,000 all ranks. The role of the division is the rapid reinforcement of the 1st British Corps in Germany and remains a vital part of the Corps. The parade you will see marks both the return of the division to the United Kingdom after an absence of 41 years and the 75th anniversary of the formation of the Territorial Army. It was a great honour that Her Majesty the Queen agreed to visit the division at Imphal Barracks in York on the 16th of May 1983 and to inspect a representative parade of all units. Now, the parade comprises a dismounted parade by colour parties and escorts of the infantry battalions representing the infantry element of the division, followed by a drive-past of vehicles representing each unit of the supporting arms and services of the division. At the conclusion of the parade, aircraft of the Army Air Corps and Royal Air Force who support the division fly past. I'm sure you will agree that this programme shows that the 2nd Infantry Division remains second to none.
Having been received by the Lord Mayor of York as she arrived in the city, Her Majesty the Queen drove to the officers' mess of the division, Ousfield House. She is greeted by General Sir Frank Kitson, the Commander-in-Chief of the United Kingdom Land Forces. He, in turn, presents Lieutenant General Sir Edward Burgess, Commander of the United Kingdom Field Army, and Major General Patrick Palmer, the Commander of the 2nd Infantry Division. She then joins the senior officers of the division for lunch. As Her Majesty the Queen approaches Imphal Barracks after lunch, a 21-gun salute is fired by 49th Field Regiment Royal Artillery. The Royal Standard is broken out on the keep, where trumpeters of the Royal Yeomanry sound a ceremonial fanfare. The parade commander brings the parade to full readiness.
Parade! Shoulder!
On parade are over 450 officers and men of the division in guards and colour parties representing each of the 12 infantry battalions of the division. Groundkeepers for the parade are provided by the 2nd Infantry Division Headquarters and Signal Regiment. Members of the Royal Military Police assist with reception arrangements. At the parade ground, Her Majesty the Queen is received by a royal salute.
Parade! Royal salute! Present! Ha!
Parade Commander, Lieutenant Colonel Christopher Wolverson, Commanding Officer of the 1st Battalion, the King's Own Royal Border Regiment, presents the parade.
Your Majesty, the infantry detachments of the 2nd Infantry Division are ready for your inspection, ma'am.
The battalions are grouped in 3 blocks by brigades, with those of 24 Infantry Brigade and all regular Army Brigade being the first to be inspected. There are over 200 musicians in the massed bands, made up of the band and drums of the 1st Battalion of the King's Own Royal Border Regiment, the band and bugles of the 2nd Battalion, the Light Infantry, the band, pipes and drums of the 1st Battalion, the King's Own Scottish Borderers. The first guard inspected is that of the 1st Battalion of the King's Own Royal Border Regiment. Followed by the 1st Battalion of the King's Own Scottish Borderers. Then the 2nd Battalion, the Light Infantry. On an exceptionally windy day, the parade is witnessed by over 3,000 spectators from all over the United Kingdom. From the colour parties and guards of the battalions in 24 Infantry Brigade, Her Majesty the Queen inspects the colour parties and detachments of the Territorial Army battalions in 15 and 49 Infantry Brigades. In inspection order, 15 Brigade consists of the 7th Battalion, the Light Infantry Volunteers, the 1st and 2nd Battalions of the Yorkshire Volunteers, and the 6th Volunteer Battalion of the Royal Regiment of Fusiliers. This is followed by 49 Infantry Brigade, consisting of the 5th Volunteer Battalion, the Royal Regiment of Fusiliers, the 5th Volunteer Battalion, the Royal Anglian Regiment, the 7th Volunteer Battalion, the Royal Anglian Regiment, 1st Battalion Mercian Volunteers, and